Hi guys, welcome back to the Cernys Kids. We're going to do a virtual road trip to New Hampshire today.
All right, guys. If you don't have one, go to cernysjourneys.com. On the homepage, there is a map for you to print, as well as you can follow along on our virtual road trip. All right, guys, let's find New Hampshire.
Right here.
Yep, it's really, really far up. So the borders are Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts. The Atlantic Ocean has a very, very tiny piece. In fact, it's only 18 miles long of the Atlantic Ocean. And then a little piece touches Quebec, which is a Canadian province. New Hampshire is the 9th state that joined the U.S. in 1788. It is one of the original 13 colonies. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. The capital is Concord, but the biggest is Manchester. And it's also known as the Granite State. So one of its natural resources is granite. So they use that a lot to build roads and stuff like that. Fun thing about it, their state bird is the purple finch. It's actually really, really pretty. I'll show you guys a quick picture. Everybody else have to go look themselves, but look at it. It's actually not really purple. It's kind of like a pink red on the head, and then its breast is more like a snow color. No, you can't have it. It needs to stay outside.
Bye.
But their state dessert, guess what their state dessert is?
Brownies.
Nope. It's maple sundaes and cider donuts.
How do we know that?
Right. It's not anything that I think we've ever tried, even though we've been to New Hampshire. So that's funny. So today we're gonna go to a few places. The first place we're gonna stop is the White Mountain National Forest. The White Mountain National Forest has about 1,225 square miles of park, and it's known to people who live in the Northeast for hiking, skiing, camping, and logging. So they do a lot of logging there as well. And a lot of the animals that you can see there are eagles, beavers, moose.
I want to see the beaver.
They have otters. They have Canadian lynx, which are they're like kitties, big cats. Porcupine. So a lot of cool animals you can see.
I want 4 animals.
I think we're good.
Why?
I don't think we need any more.
We only got 2. Though.
I know, we're good. We like to travel so much, it's hard to find pet sitters when we go. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about White Mountain. So White Mountain, in April 12th of 1934, it recorded a wind speed of 231 miles per hour at the Washington Observatory, which is the very top of the mountain. It's got the world record for fastest wind gust. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Can you think about 231 miles per hour? Guess if you look at tornado speeds, that's an F4 tornado. An F4 tornado goes about 207 to 260 miles per hour. So the speed 231 miles per hour, yep, was equivalent to an F4 tornado. That's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So, if you want to go check out some pictures and stuff, you can absolutely do so. It is actually, the White Mountain National Forest is run by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So it's fs.usda.gov is where you can find information on the White Mountain National Forest. Next stop, we are going to go talk about Conway Scenic Railroad, Conway Scenic Railroad. We just watched something on the Conway Scenic Railroad.
Thomas Train.
Thomas the Train has actually gone there, right? So this is actually a really neat place where you can go. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it was because of the steam locomotive engines.
What?
Yeah.
What? So
if you go on their website, you can learn all about the steam locomotive engine. They usually are fueled by coal. And so they have actually 2 there on site, and they're railways, so they're trains, right?
But coal goes to Santa.
And they produce what?
Coal goes to Santa, though.
Oh, coal goes to bad kids. That's right. But anyways, they use the coal to produce energy or power to steam the engine, right? And so it's kind of cool. You can go on their website and you can see some stuff about the trains. You can actually do a little bit of a tour. You can listen to train whistles. We didn't have to do that because we have our own. Why don't you show them our train whistles? All right. You know what that sounds like?
A train.
Which kind of train? What were we just talking about?
I forgot.
A locomotive. Do it. Do it, Jamin. Very cool. What's this one sound like?
I don't know how to use this one.
Different kind of train, huh?
I
Yeah?
don't know how to use it.
So the locomotive has a distinct whistle, which is kind of cool. So anyways, the locomotive that they have at the Conway Scenic Railroad, it's coal-fired and it weighs about 87 tons, which is really, really, really heavy. So kind of neat.
Yes.
You can take tours and you can actually ride one of the trains too.
Horses, you mean?
A horse is not a locomotive, silly girl.
Yeah,
Does
it
a
is.
horse make this kind of sound?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, silly.
Nay.
Nay, that's right. That's a horse.
No.
Yep,
make
you can
that.
blow your whistle one more time before we move on to the next spot. Go ahead. All right, let's move on. The next spot does not have trains. So, I know. We're going to go to the Strawberry Banke Museum, which is in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, which is closer to the ocean. And this is an outdoor museum. And it's kind of cool because it's 300 plus years old.
Whoa.
It's the oldest neighborhood in New Hampshire. And it was settled by Europeans. The oldest building, I think, was built in 1695. So that's a heck of a long time ago. But the community has reenactments, or they have role players or people who are craftsmen, where you can actually go and put yourself back into time, and you can see yourself during that time when the old settlers were there. So some things that you can see is people, how they make copper, basket making, how the moms used to make the kids do chores. Oh yeah.
No.
Maybe
I just cleaned my room. I just did a chore.
you did do a chore, but maybe we'll do more chores after this.
Jamin has to move his stuff out of my room.
Okay. Or gardening. So anyways, if you go to their website is Strawberry Banke, and it's not spelled bank as in you'd think. It's BANKE.org. They have a lot of online learning there where you can learn about different things, such as you can do a self-guided tour, or you can learn about some of the different trades that they used to do back in time. I would also recommend clicking on their YouTube. They have information on their YouTube. It's at the very bottom of their screen. It's in the footer of the page. And if you go there, you can actually do a virtual visit and kind of go back in history. And there's a 10-minute video on the life and times of Strawberry Banke, from the time that they started the village to to a little bit sooner in future, I guess you can say. So there's lots of cool things there to do as well. So definitely recommend it. It's a good history lesson. Anything you guys learned from the video that you watched?
The only thing that I heard about, it was like the oldest neighborhood in New Hampshire.
That's right. Very true. All right, guys. Well, that's it for our visit to New Hampshire.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Thumbs up.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for
Bye.
joining. Bye.
Bye.